All right, looks like we are back. So hello everyone and welcome back in to Start Your Systems Television for some more action of the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing. We have got main events coming up. 250 main will be first. Your parade lap is out there now, and again joining me in the booth as he was earlier this evening, none other than Checkers Chris Riesenberg. Ready for some main event action, Chris?
Start Your Systems Television. Yes, I'm excited.
All right, 15 laps for the fourth round of the 250 West Championship set to go. Dade Honeywell, your points leader. Fjellberg only 3 points back. It's anybody's race at this point. It is time to go racing in Oakland, folks. 250 main event time right now.
I'm going to watch Fjellberg on this start. P19.
Honeywell gets a huge jump, and he's going to beat everybody to the corner and get the whole shot.
Penwell looks like he's in second if he can get through the second turn without getting bumped. Fjellberg's in about seventh right now.
Great start for Honeywell. He gets the whole shot. Penwell, Burkeen, Rollins, Heberlein, Kessler, Nash, Hughes. And there's Fjellberg behind Hughes as Castermans is all over the track. What a start by Honeywell, man. He timed that gate perfectly.
He's trying to run away right now with Mr. Second Place Matt Burkeen behind him.
Yeah. Burkeen always seems to find his way into second, but not much higher. Is he going to try to break through for a win tonight as he goes inside? Honeywell messed up that section.
Oh, Honeywell coming up short.
Oh.
Penwell jumping around.
Burkeen off the track.
Goes up into the 3 spot around Burkeen, who went off track a little bit.
Oh, we got some contact back here. Looks like Robert Nash got together with Castermans. Now Rollins looking for a way.
Looking inside on Penwell now.
Yeah.
Oh, Burkeen almost gets into Rollins, then gets into the hay bales. Tough blocks, I guess. They're not hay bales. I'm stuck in the 90s.
Yeah, me too. I say hay bales all the time. But Honeywell trying to check out here like he did last week, led all 15 laps of the main event in Anaheim. Will he do the same in Oakland? He's got Penwell, Rollins, and Burkeen, along with Ryan Kessler, trying to say differently.
Oh, Rollins about goes over the bars into the rhythm, pulls it out somehow. He's got Burkeen all over him, though, as they come into the triple.
Your third and fourth place runners. Oh, Burkeen slides up the inside.
Really aggressive. I don't know if he's washed out on the landing or he meant to go in that rough.
Yeah, it looked like he may have slid out a bit on the landing and it kind of spit him that direction. Now Rollins looks like he may be going after Penwell here a little bit as Honeywell continues to lead. Kessler running a very, very, very solid fourth right now early on.
Honeywell was a 58.7 that time around. Penwell 1 minute.
Only other rider in the top 7 right now under 1 minute was a 59.7 of Kessler. So Kessler running really strong.
Holyak on the ground there around 10th place. I'm going to check for Fjellberg. There he is back in 14th and gets together with those guys. So Fjellberg's race not going well so far.
Yeah, he did not seem comfortable on the track at all this week, and it's certainly showing. Yeah.
Collecting him right now.
Holyak and Tiberino in that mess. Wilcox got away from it cleanly. We also got
Rollins
Brock Pappy.
moved into the 2 spot.
Uh-oh, up front looking
Penwell
at...
looks like he went down because Burkeen's 3rd, Kessler 4th, Penwell all the way back to 5th, throwing it upside down off the triple, though.
Rollins, Burkeen, and Kessler now. So Burkeen made the move on Kessler when Penwell went down.
Burkeen going to try to go around the outside. He's going to lead him back to the inside.
Oh, Rollins.
Kessler gets into him a little bit. Rollins rides out of that.
Honeywell still looking super clean up front. Kessler 3rd, then Penwell now 4th, Burkeen 5th, and Clay Alfrey is in 6th, with Luke Heberlein in 7th. So I believe these are a couple Ohio natives, Alfrey and Heberlein, running together. Could be wrong.
Penwell as well.
Oh, Penwell, yeah, Penwell.
They're just broing down like they do at their local track, that's all.
Yeah, they got Matty B sandwiched. See if Burkeen...
Honeywell is 8 seconds out front. Rollins holding solid in second. That'd be a career best for Rollins in Supercross, I believe, wouldn't it?
I believe so. I think he finished a fourth one time. But yeah, you're definitely on the podium would be great for Rollins. With Kessler trying to lay claim to that second place position, though. Great riding for Kessler.
Looks like he's charging hard right now.
Yeah, he looks really comfortable.
Doing the little Alec Kattenberg around the corners. I think that's actually Tyson, I think, was probably the first one doing it, but Alec kind of perfected it for a while.
Yeah.
Back when he was the 250 contender.
Definitely a bummer not to see Alec out here anymore. Always a fast contender in the 250 class.
Oh, we got red lights on the triple. That wasn't one of your leaders. That's a lapper.
But Kessler
making the spot.
Yeah. John came up a little bit short, and Kessler able to make the move into second. So Rollins back to third with Kessler moving his way up into second, though Kessler comes up short now. Hangs on, though.
Oh, Rollins into the bail. He's going to case the finish line, and he's going to get over it, and he's got a lapper inside lands on him.
Oh, no.
Move Burkeen up into the spot, and Penwell also going to go by.
I believe that may have been Jason Pama of the Motorrad team. Burkeen down. And now Penwell slides out, and Clay Alfrey into him. Nobody wants third.
If these guys don't want a podium, I'll take it.
No kidding. Alfrey still right behind Penwell. Kessler was down, so these guys right behind Kessler as Honeywell is way out front now. These guys aren't even close.
He found the Honeywell, and he's riding sweet.
Penwell made a mistake entering the rhythm, and that's going to allow Alfrey by.
Got into Alfrey right there.
Heberlein trying to close in.
Penwell diving inside on Alfrey. Alfrey shuts the door, now Penwell going around the outside. Just watching this battle here.
Yeah. Oh, Penwell slides out.
Ooh,
Heberlein gets by. Here comes Burkeen and Rollins. It's like Robert Nash just pulled off the track.
Also going around the outside of those guys.
Ooh, this is a good train right here then, with Chromie now on the tail end of it. Kind of a bummer that Penwell runs stock models, or else I could see his skins too and have everybody's in this mix.
Yeah, you'd see his awesome race tech bike if he would actually run it.
Yeah, Burkeen goes flying off the track in the whoops, just gathers it up at the end of the section. Chromie got by, as did Rollins.
Chromie having to double down the rhythm.
Allow Burkeen to close back in. Oh, Chromie, wow. Oh, Rollins puts the move on Penwell. I just saw that. Rollins stuffed him in the corner. Oh, they're both down.
Together. Wow, somehow Chromie and Burkeen get through there,
oh,
then Chromie cases the triple.
Rollins puts Penwell on the ground getting up. Got to be careful with those retaliation moves. They might black flag you.
There's more action in this battle than a movie theater.
Meanwhile, Alfrey's actually taken a pretty good chunk of time out of Honeywell's lead, down to 6 seconds now, so Honeywell may have gone down. Kessler still sits third with Heberlein up into fourth. Chromie finds himself in fifth with Burkeen in sixth, trying to get around Aaron Hotchie, who's going a lap down.
Let's go back. Fjellberg's up into the top 10 now. He's up to 10th.
Right behind Penwell.
His title hopes alive. Got to salvage some points here. A top 5 would be phenomenal at this point, and I think that's totally doable. That pack that we were just talking about was battling around the top 5. So
Penwell jumped off the track, allowed Fjellberg to get around into 9th. Casterman's right behind Rollins for 7th.
Fjellberg's got a clean track right now. Let's see if he can lay down some lap times and pull himself up into the tail end of that top 5 group.
Burkeen all over Matt Chromie for 5th. Looking for a way around. Chromie holding strong. Oh, we got some riders down at the end of the whoop section that doesn't involve Honeywell or Alfrey, but Alfrey's still keeping things relatively close, only about a half a rhythm section behind at this point. Kessler still third. Heberlein just went down with a lapper in fourth, though. Here comes Chromie to the inside with Burkeen. Somehow they both get by. Now Burkeen's going to triple to the right side, come up a little short, and Heberlein gets them all back again. Burkeen inside Heberlein. Stuffs him and gets the position.
Ah. I think Heberlein had some eyes in the back of his head there and just checked up in the berm not to get taken down.
Burkeen is on a march to the front right now. He's got to get to Kessler. Alfrey slides out at the end of the whoops, and he is off the bike. He is down. Kessler has to avoid him, but he goes into second. Here comes Jerry Robin, and then Burkeen, Heberlein, and Cromie right there in the background. So they're going to get right on the back of Alfrey for third as Cromie's looking for a way around. We got a four-rider train right here for third. Cromie made a mistake in that rhythm. He went down, and now Alfrey has to roll the triple, so Burkeen goes to third, as does Heberlein get around Alfrey for fourth.
Wow, the wheels came off for Alfrey.
No kidding.
He needs to log himself onto motorsport.com and purchase a new set. How was that for a sponsor?
That was a good one and a sponsor plug. I like it. Honeywell, Kessler, Burkeen third, Heberlein fourth, Alfrey fifth. Castermans finds himself up in sixth now with Cromie in seventh. Then Fjellberg is in eighth with his teammate Rollins right behind him in ninth. So Fjellberg, like you said, trying to salvage at this point. Only 3 points behind Honeywell entering. It's going to be much more after this as now Rollins gets back by Fjellberg. Cromie looking for a way around Casterman's up the inside. Oh, and then launches himself off the berm trying to make a sliding block pass. Casterman's all too wise to what Cromie was up to. Checks up in the corner and just lets him go off the track.
Yeah, the way Cromie went in there, you'd think he was looking for a suspension. He could have just called race tech.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, Casterman's just went over the bars so hard on the triple. Now Rollins gets into him.
Somehow stays on the bike. I think he bounced backwards and still stayed on the bike.
Fjellberg is able to get by both of them in that. Finds himself in seventh, but has to roll the triple, so Rollins is going to try to jump over top of him.
Rollins has to be wondering what's going on right now. He's been involved in so much action in this race. He was up in second at one point. He's back in eighth right now and still fighting for his life.
Yeah. All right, resetting again here on lap 12. About to go on to lap 13. Honeywell is still your race leader. Ryan Kessler, ride of his life right now in second, with Matt Burkeen sitting third, Heberlein fourth, and Alfrey sliding out right now in fifth.
Someone should probably tell him he didn't win the Daytona 500. He doesn't have to do donuts.
Cromie, sixth, messed up the rhythm, and Fjellberg in seventh. So Honeywell really starting to lay claim to this series. Everybody's been ripping on Fjellberg for dropping down, but Honeywell straight up taking it to Dennis at this point.
I don't know about everyone, but I definitely have been.
Oh, it's quite a few, believe me. I'm not even really on the team anymore, and I still get people giving me a bunch of shit for it, so.
Honeywell treating it like the X Games though and stepping up to the challenge.
You're just going to lay puns down as long as you can you?
I have to enjoy it. If I can make one person laugh, it makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
I'll probably make 10 people think I'm annoying, but that's okay.
That is all right. Burkeen reeling in.
Yeah, to say he's coming for that second place spot for sure. He's actually separated himself a little bit from Heberlein.
We got 2 laps to go.
Yeah, 2 to go, and flawless performance by Honeywell, but he only has a 13-second lead.
Yeah, one crash could really be a real disaster, like that crash that Peter had earlier where he was stuck on the backside of a berm. That happens to Honeywell, we might have a different race leader.
Kessler's still pushing it. It ran his fastest lap of the race last time around with a 58.3. He's not giving up. He wants to win this thing, and what a story that would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Fastest lap of the race looks like it's still Matt Cromie on lap 5 of the 57.7. Only one of the runners in the 57-second range. Honeywell is yet to tip that.
Kessler can finish this lap clean. He might beat that. He has a fast lap going right now. He does have a lapper in front of him, though.
Honeywell is on the white flag, so we're waiting for Kessler to work his way through.
Or Burkeen might be taking it too, because he's running down Kessler still.
Yeah.
Kessler with a 58.6, with Burkeen a 58.1, his fastest lap of the race. He wants his second place spot. That's his favorite position, I swear. Oh, he jumps over the lapper.
Yeah, I saw a lapper go down right in front of Kessler. It is the white flag, though. Who's going to get these spots?
Burkeen is charging hard for the number 2 spot.
Kessler looks clean through the whoops, as does Burkeen. Honeywell was down on the triple, and he's still collected together with some lappers. So it's coming to the line. We got the riders down. Oh my gosh, Honeywell is he's down. Honeywell is down. Kessler to the lead, and he comes up short. Kessler final corner. Ryan Kessler wins the Oakland Supercross. Are you kidding me? Honeywell comes across in second, Burkeen third. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I can already sense that there's a protest going on right now.
Yeah, Honeywell probably is furious. He was down maybe by himself on the triple, but he got up and just found himself in a chaotic group of lappers. Oh my. What a race. Rollins trying to work his way to the finish in 6th, it looks like. Chromie tried to go to the inside, not going to get it. Rollins 6th. Chromie going to get not a 7th. Holiak gets 7th. Chromie.
Even with all that going on, Fjellberg makes up a huge batch of points. Chromie lets him go by in the last turn as well.
Yeah, and then Wilcox is going to get into the top 10 as Chromie still isn't over the line, comes across in 11th. I still can't believe that happened to Honeywell, but how about it? Ryan Kessler, man, right place, right time, putting in the race of his life. Cuts are in, and only 0.03 seconds of cuts for Kessler means he is indeed your winner of the Oakland Supercross. Yeah.
Although bad things happened to Honeywell, he was charging hard at the end of that race. Had pressure from Burkeen coming and still pulled it off. So great job for him, and good thing for Honeywell, he still made up a huge chunk of points on Fjellberg in this race, even though he didn't capture the win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as bad as it was for Honeywell to lose this win, he still ended up second. It could have been even worse than that. So, but wow, Ryan Kessler, huge congrats. I don't think he's ever hit the podium before this, so this has to be his first career 250 Supercross main event win for sure. And what a time to do it as he wins here in Oakland. Man, I'm going to have to catch my breath after that. I was at the top of my voice with that one.
That was pretty awesome.
Whew.
We did a whole nother 20-lap main event. This track seems like it's producing some great racing. There's actually quite a bit of line choice, which is pretty sweet to see.
Yeah, it looks like there's also quite a bit of opportunities for passing, which I kind of thought wasn't going to be the case on this track. But the way that this layout has been made certainly seems like people are finding ways around each other. Whew. All right, 4:50 main time. Let's catch our breaths on that one, huh?
Wow, that definitely wore my game out too and ran it all the way out of virtual memory.
All right, well, we're waiting for things to get going here. I'll give you guys a list of the rundown, who's all in this main event. So we got Jack Roberts, System Decal, Jeremy Smith of the Motorsport.com team. From System Decal, we got Tyler Crane, Motorsport.com's Race Carlin, IZI Racing's Ben McLeod, Split Fire's Ryan Mahan, Prime Design Graphics, Tyler Morin, another Prime Design rider, Andrew O'Hagan, 22 Motorsports' Craig Richards, IZI Racing's Alexis Leclerc, Atlas Technologies' Eduardo Simos, LSD Racing, we've got Tony Spinelli, Motorsport.com, Jesse Mullins, 22 Motorsports, Brady Stanley, Adept, Carson Tickle, System Decal, Jeremy Shipley, Barry Fly Racing, Jeremy Hinners, Jonathan Olson of Splitfire, Andrew Woods of Taggart Designs, Devin Davis of the MotoX Addicts teams, Barry Fly Racing's Tyson Fresquez, and your defending champion, not the points leader, but the defending champion, Motorsport.com's Byron Downen, are in this main event tonight. As I was discussing with Chris on our little break earlier, no Hunter Root. He was not allowed to race the last chance qualifier, as I discussed earlier on in the night. And your points leader, Hunter Root, not here for this main event. And that will certainly shake up things in the points. I believe he only had a 5-point lead over Smith and Mullins, who were tied for second. And both of those riders are in the main event tonight. So we could very well see a brand new points leader. Leclerc, who missed the Phoenix Supercross, sees a huge door open in front of him now to swoop in there, maybe take a win, and inch himself a little bit more into this championship chase.
My question is, does Jeremy Smith become the first points leader ever to drop down to the 250 class when we go east?
That's a good question.
Know, he likes to sandbag the 250 class as well. And he very well could be leading the points at that point.
It is true, but in discussing with Smith, I was told that Wheels told him he's not allowed to drop down, so I'm not sure what's the deal with that. But whether or not Smith wants to, he may not have the option to drop down.
I would applaud that decision.
I would as well. I want to see as many of these fast guys in this 450 class as possible, really out there earning their name. So of course, the 450 class, the premier class, but we are getting a restart. We have got 20 laps set to go, 22 riders on the gate from round 4 in Oakland. You guys sit back and watch this one. It is going to be a barn burner. Chris Riesenberg alongside me here in the booth. We are set to go. Main event time in Oakland.
Actually, I'm a long ways away, and I'm sitting in a computer chair, not a booth.
Gate is down.
Again, so it's going to be a minute.
And Byron looks like he's going to get the whole shot. Leclerc is second. It is Downen with the whole shot, though. Defending champion, is he going to check out early and try to get career win number 9, or is Leclerc going for career win number 2 after his win at Anaheim last week? Mullins up front. He's looking to take the points lead tonight. Spinelli, Brady Stanley, Eduardo Simos, Jack Roberts, Craig Richards, Race Carlin, Ryan Mahan, Carson Tickle. Uh-oh.
Leclerc to the lead.
Downen is down. This time, literally. Yeah. Ooh, Leclerc, a mistake with the lead. Here comes Mullins. All right.
I'm really bummed that Byron slid out. I was hoping for some more Leclerc down in fireworks.
Yeah, no kidding. Of course, Downen was suspended for the second round in Phoenix for some bumping and grinding with Leclerc at the opening round at Anaheim. Mullins trying to make a bid for the race lead here early. As I said, looking for the points lead tonight. Leclerc doesn't look as comfortable as Leclerc usually does. Into the whoops.
Oh, he's not able to triple. Mullins triples. Leclerc has the inside, though. Stands him up. Neither one of them
both have to double. Yeah.
Benelli Lawn Care might be able to just jump up into this battle. Triple quad. And
Oh, Stanley into third.
Stanley. Whoa, Stanley throws a whip in his face, a la Barsha Roxon last year. I think that was at Oakland, actually, wasn't it?
Barsha Roxon, though, that was at, I believe, Dallas.
Okay, I was a couple weeks off.
Yeah. No, you're fine. That's fine. Just, I think it was Dallas. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was Oakland.
I'm always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Leclerc continuing to lead. We are already working lap 3 of the 450 main event. Mullins is really keeping him honest at this point, though. Oh, little mistake from Leclerc, actually, it looked like. Through the whoops again. That is definitely not Leclerc's strong point. Mullins really is able to close up on him into the whoops.
Yeah, I think he almost made up half a second on him or so in the whoops. I'll have to watch the time on it next time around if they're still in the 1-2 spots.
How long does Mullins wait if he's this close? You know, does he go for a pass early and try to get by him quickly, or does he wait with the opportunity to make a mistake always presenting itself? You don't want to wait too long. Want to keep that pressure applied to Leclerc and make him work for it.
Yeah, I mean, so many times you see one guy go down and collect the guy behind him with him as well.
Yeah. And Leclerc definitely not the smoothest rider to follow either.
Yeah, he's kind of choppy through his turns. He doesn't roll through them like Mullins is doing. Mullins carries a lot of speed all the way through the turn, where Leclerc kind of cuts the track a little bit shorter and has a little bit of a stop and hitch in the center of the corner. Through the whoops. Nice clean run through Leclerc there. He actually lost time on that triple-double more than he did the whoops.
Yeah. Mullins looks really good on the first half of the track, and then Leclerc pulls it away. Leclerc busts a quad in the middle of that. I haven't seen that most of the week, but Mullins didn't lose too much time to him, even though Mullins made a little mistake at the end.
Yeah, and then he hit that hay bale and then stood up a little bit off the triple and lost a little bit of time.
Mullins needs to change his lineup in that corner where he's going left side and then tire tapping. Definitely needs to change his lineup. All right. That was Matt Cromie, I think, joining the channel, loud as can be.
He sent me a message. My bad.
No worries, Cromie. But yeah, as I was saying, in that corner where there's a split takeoff, Mullins was going to the left side and tire tapping, whereas Leclerc is going to the right side and just tripling over the whole thing. I think
Mullins has a run down the inside.
Yeah, I think if Mullins changes his lineup there, he'll keep it closer on the second half of the track. Leclerc still busts that quad out mid-rhythm, and then he quads out. I don't know if it's really that much faster because Mullins can still go to the inside on the way out.
Yeah, it looked like it was about half a second or so. He definitely at least a few bike lengths.
See right here, I think it keeps him a little close, but I definitely think if he tripled there, it'd be a little different.
The gap stayed at 1.1 through that section, so it maybe doesn't set him up quite as good, but if that's where he's comfortable, it doesn't look like he's losing time doing it. So
yeah.
Oh, a little slide out there for Mullins. I like Mullins' line here a lot better. He gets to open up this tight left-hander a lot more.
Keeping Leclerc honest, that is for sure. Leclerc known to make mistakes under pressure.
Let's check the gap. 1.1 going into the whoops.
Meanwhile, Race Carlin is running third, but we are keeping our eyes on this battle for the lead.
0.8 at the end of that straightaway, so now it's down to 0.6. So definitely Mullins making time down that whoop section in the triple-double after it.
This very well could be first and second in points after this race tonight, as Mullins probably going to take the points lead away from Hunter Root as he's tied on points. Oh!
Gets together with a lapper.
That is Andrew O'Hagan. And Mullins to the lead just like that. So as we were talking about, sticking with him, applying the pressure, going on to lap 7 here. Mullins has the lead.
The action up front. I'll give a quick top 10 rundown. Mullins leads now. Leclerc second. Race Carlin up in third after struggling just to qualify. Brady Stanley fourth. Shipley fifth. Richard sixth. Mahan seventh. Tyson Fresquez eighth. Devin Davis in ninth. Byron Downham all the way back to 10th after being up front early. That's your top 10 rundown.
I'm curious to see now whether Leclerc responds calmly, tries to reel him in slowly, or if he really starts freaking out.
Ooh, he's making an error mistake there on that triple-double. He's really struggling with that whole whoop section straightaway. There's Ryder down at the end of the straightaway.
That is Henners. Jeremy Henners.
Red lights on the triple. They're clean, though. Henners letting Leclerc go by.
Some riders down there. It looked like 78. Not sure who that is that was down.
'78's Carson Tickle.
Wow.
Maybe ran out of money and fell down to the ground.
That's pretty crazy. These guys have already lapped up to 17th. They're working their way through the field quickly. Looks like Tyler Moore, and they just put a lap down as they did with Andrew Wood.
Yeah, they had some very clean and very fast laps chasing each other around. They weren't block passing each other. They were just laying it down, getting out front. Race Carlin about 10 seconds behind in third.
Brady Stanley trying to be the king of 4th place finishes when he makes it into the main event. Made it at A1, has not made it since, but did finish 4th at A1. Still not too far out of the top 10 in points after missing those 2 mains. Fantastic to see Jeremy Shipley up here after those heart-wrenching misses from the main events in A1 in Phoenix, where he got punted by Jay Andrew at A1, and then pretty much let Ryan Mahan have the spot at Phoenix for the final transfer in the semi, because he thought that he had plenty of time. I was told that somebody told him he had 10 seconds behind him and left the door wide open for Mahan to just go by. So that kind of sucks. But in 5th right now.
Pretty spread out right now at the front of the pack. I'm waiting for a little bit more action. Guess we might have to wait till the last lap. That seems like when everything's been going on. Looks like we have a battle for 4th and 5th, and also one for 6th and 7th. The 6th and 7th one looks really good. Fresquez all over Craig Richards right now.
Fresquez trying to work his way back up into this group. Fresquez entered tonight 5th place in points, just right behind Leclerc. So he can definitely make up some good points tonight on his teammate Hunter Root. I have not seen Jeremy Smith. Downen is there, but where is Smith? Smith running 12th right now. Was tied for the points lead last week.
I wasn't even missing him up front.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Byron right behind Tyson now, though. We got a rider down. That's Shipley that was down. Looks like Tyler Morin may have been involved as Richards goes through. Now Fresquez and Downen.
Downen 56.5. Is that our fastest lap of the race right now? Looks like it.
Yeah. Fresquez now trying to go back to work on Craig Richards. 2-2 Motorsports teammates running 4th and 5th as Hinders continues to let riders get by him. Leclerc still not really losing sight of Mullins as we are halfway through this thing.
Yeah, definitely one mistake away from being right on him, or one crash away from having the lead back.
It is just kind of a bummer, in my opinion, that there's plenty of guys that can run Leclerc's pace, but Leclerc always gets those good starts with that compressed suspension. I mean, everybody, I guess, could do it, but Leclerc the only one utilizing it.
Oh, he doesn't get the off there. I'm not sure what happened. He maybe just didn't want to risk crashing. He was a little bit sideways going on, but nothing too crazy.
Mullins looking awfully smooth up front. Leclerc busts that quad in the rhythm.
Sure looks cool.
It is a big line, that is for sure. That quad in the middle is no easy task.
Not much of a better number for Leclerc to run than the number 7 with his explosive style and the huge jumps that he's able to pull off and his weird bike setup on top of it.
Yeah, you don't have their skins, but the number on the front of Leclerc's bike looks about as close to a 1 as you can while still it being a 7. I mean, it looks like a 1 to me every time I see it.
It very well could be at the end of this series. If you can pull it off with missing a race, mad props down.
It's not uncommon, of course, though, to miss some races. As now we've got Hunter Root missing a race too, so all these guys trying to keep into the points chase.
Oh, Leclerc going to come up short on that quad. It's going to put him on the ground.
Uh-oh. Race Carlin a couple miles behind, though, so Leclerc's still going to get up in second.
Brady Stanley closing it in on Carlin quite a bit, though.
Yeah, Richards and Downen right behind Stanley, too. Now Downen's going to have the line. Richards was awfully nice there, but neither one of them was able to jump into the rhythm.
I was just going to say Downen was being a little ballsy there, trying to go around the outside of Richards.
Indeed. Downen's still looking for a way around. He's going to scrub to the inside. Is it going to work? Nope, Richard shuts the door. Stanley's still right in front of these guys. Tyson Fresquez has actually lost some spots. He's back to 9th right in front of Jeremy Smith.
Downen goes inside of Richards, going into the sand.
Oh, he got him.
Spot pretty easily, actually.
So now Downen split the 2-2 Motorsports train up a little bit.
Jeremy Smith's made his way into the top 10. He's all over Devin Davis right now for 9th spot.
Here is that battle for 9th between Davis and Smith.
Devin Davis having a pretty solid season so far for sure.
Yeah, he definitely looked comfortable, had a frustrating Anaheim 1. He's led the EMF point standings, but he hasn't made a main since Anaheim 1, so far looking good in this race. Smith still all over him, though, looking for a way around. Oh, and then Tyson was down.
tags into him a little bit there.
Yeah. Fresquez must have got a little bit too overzealous, jumped into that pole. Richards has lost a spot to Shipley now. Must have gone down. Byron really, really ripping up behind Stanley. Almost got completely out of shape in the whoops as they're going around Andrew Wood, it looks like.
Last lap down, I was back in the 56s yet again, so he's laying down some heaters.
Oh!
Three riders get together. Stanley.
They're still stuck together. Downing's just going to get going, but has to double, and then Stanley has to single. Is Shipley going to get the spot? No, Stanley hangs on. Let's give you a little reset here. We still got Mullins over Leclerc, Carlin, Downing, Stanley, Shipley, Richards, Davis, Smith, and Fresquez, the top 10 right now.
Downing, Standing, and Standley, not Standing, and Shipley definitely the battle to watch right now. The first three guys really, really spread out.
Yeah. Mullins still has 12 seconds over Leclerc, so he can afford to have a fall-off crash at this point. Working lap number 16.
Oh, Downing jumps off the track. Goes off the bike. Stanley going to take over the number 4 spot. Shipley over into number 5. Downing going to get up right almost with Richards again. Do you happen to see Byron's tire tap right there?
Ooh, no, I didn't. I was checking out Mullins in the lead. He got all out of shape in the whoops.
Tire tap jump. He fully tire tapped it only with the back wheel, front end high. Was pretty legit. Probably something only about 5 people in the game can do and stay on 2 wheels.
Ooh, Jeremy Smith all over the back of Devin Davis right now. Still going at it. Davis, little mistakes.
Davis mistake. Is he going to be able to get back in front of him? He does.
Battle for 8th on your screen right now. Man, Smith just can't seem to figure it out to get around him. Trying everything almost. Now he's got to run in the whoops. Right, no, Davis going to shut the door. Davis riding well. But I think Smith is certainly considering himself to try to get up into the top 5. And there goes Davis.
Get going. He's got Fresquez there.
And Mahan.
Mahan a lap down though. Oh, Davis jumps off the track, gonna miss the corner at some major time. There's gonna be some cuts after the race for him. He's trying to not get landed on the triple.
Now he's back to 10th under fire.
Mahan right there. I thought Mahan was the lapper that was in that group.
Now under fire from Mahan now.
Top 3 still remains the same. Mullins 11 seconds on Leclerc, 10 seconds back to Carlin, and then 8 seconds back to Shipley, who's got Stanley still real close to him.
Rather boring race for the lead, but these guys certainly making it interesting back in about the 4th spot and back so far. Nobody really wants that 4th spot, it seems like.
Oh, Leclerc was down on the ground, losing some time. Not a fall, just washed her out, it looks like, in the turn.
Oh, misses that on-off again. Race Carlin now close enough that if Leclerc goes down, Carlin could find himself up in the 2nd place position, which would be huge for Carlin, who missed the main last week.
Leclerc making some huge mistakes right now.
Must feel weird from Leclerc's point of view to get the whole shot and not really ever fall off the bike, but still get straight up beat.
And we had that one little altercation with the lapper and lost the lead, and kind of been it. He's got a lapper down right here in front of him. Does he see him to get by? He does.
Oh, those hinners. Stanley's still all over the back of Shipley. Oh, Shipley mistake. Stanley to the inside. Gonna get the spot. Can he do the triple, though? That's the question. And he does, so he secures 4th again.
For the time being.
Yeah, Shipley's certainly going to try to get him back. Downing still holds down 6th, with Smith now up to 7th. Richards back to 8th. and Fresquez in 9th with Mahan up to 10th, so Davis has dropped back. Doesn't look like McLeod is going to get to Davis or Tyler Crane or Jack Roberts. Eduardo Simos, these guys running further back, already a lap down. We are on the white flag, though, as Mullins checks in one more time. He will certainly have the points lead after this one. Hunter Root missing the main event tonight. Only had a 5-point gap over Mullins, who was tied with Jeremy Smith for second, but Mullins with a race win, the 3rd of his career, I believe. Going to be holding the red plate next week as we go back to Anaheim.
Stanley and Shipley still the only battle up in the top 5 right now, and they're only half a second apart. Shipley's still right there.
And they're ripping, too. Not too far off of Carlin, so if Carlin goes down, we could see a change of hands for the podium. Here's Stanley.
Going inside. Stanley shuts the door.
Ooh. And Stanley goes down and Shipley runs out of it. What? You kidding me? Meanwhile, Jesse Mullins has won the main event. Well done, Jesse, as Leclerc comes over second.
With that save.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? He just floated through the air wide open.
Jeremy Smith is all over Stanley and could find himself in the top 5, salvaging some huge points.
Yeah.
And Downen is right there as well.
So
Stanley
Race
has to
Carlin.
execute this last corner clean.
Race Carlin comes across in 3rd. Shipley is 4th. Smith not going to force the issue with Stanley. So they're going to come across 5th and 6th. Now Byron just gets beat to the line. Nope. That was a lapper. So Byron over the line. Fresquez right behind him. Mahan going to get 11th. Or, I mean, excuse me, 9th. I don't know what that was about. Richards in 10th. Davis is definitely getting 11th since 12th has been lapped. Wow. What a main. Davis trying to do the down and tire tap.
Like I said, about 4 guys in the game can actually do it and land it.
Yeah, to be honest.
Sorry, you're not one of them.
Well, to be honest, I think at the bottom of my screen when I was panning away from Devin at one point, I think I saw him do it clean. But you did say he went off the track right after that, so maybe he went down. I don't know. All right, cuts are in. Leclerc has some cuts. Stanley has some cuts. Does it affect anybody? Oh, yeah, Downen lost a spot to Fresquez. And Stanley lost the spot to Smith. So Smith, being smart, not going after Stanley, ends up getting 5th. Interesting indeed, but it is Jesse Mullins, number 10 machine, race winner and now points leader, leaving Oakland. So what an interesting night of racing. New points leader, change of hands. Congrats to Mullins and your 250 class winner, Ryan Kessler. Any final thoughts, Chris?
Log on to racetech.com and buy some stuff. That'd be awesome. And use the RF Gaming discount, Race Factory discount.
So there's a sponsored little jab in there for Race Tech, of course.
Oh, that wasn't little. That was a big one.
A big jab for Race Tech in there. We got JLV and Wheels on the line. But, of course, always go ahead, check out MotoOption Clothing and Fly Racing, title sponsors of the series. You know, all the other sponsors, of course, for Moto, Tagger Designs, EVS, motosport.com. Check them all out. And, again, thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. For Chris Riesenberg, I'm Kellen Brower. We are going to sign off for the night, but you've been watching the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing on Start Your Systems TV.